So I'm live from one of my very first off-site work studios, if you will. For many years, I used to do car reviews, auto reviews all the time. And something like this would be my rolling studio. But I figured since most of us, if we're lucky, right now are working from home, I figured since I've been doing the working from home thing for quite a while, I'd give some tips to you folks who may just be starting that. Again, if you're lucky enough to have work. And my thoughts and prayers go out to everybody around the country to stay safe and, hopefully we'll get back up and running as soon as possible. But for this, and I'm going to try to go long today. I'm going to try to do this live for about an hour. So any topic that you folks have, any suggestions you have, any ideas would be cool. But I'm going to share my tips, an average guy's tips to working successfully from home. And there are all different ways to work from home today. It's a little different than maybe one person. So if you live with people, you're going to be working from home, and other people may be working from home, or other people may be in and around your space. So the first thing about working from home is you really have to prepare to work from home. You've got to think about everything that you have, especially if you're coming from an office environment. So everything that you have in the office that, you have specialized people that do your IT, you have security, you've got HR, you've got, you think of it, you name it, different departments. When you're working from home and you're by yourself, you've got to do all those things. So big thing now is, if you're just migrating over, is the technology. What do you need to communicate to other people? What are some of the tools? Do you have the right equipment? Do you have the right computers? Do you have the right software? So if you've been working this week, you've probably started to sort that out. But if you're now second weekend, that's something you have to have a plan for. So I'm ready to work from home. Are you ready on the digital side to communicate, to get your job done? It's certain things, little things like, do I have a printer? Do I have access to a printer? Does it work? So there's a little bit of planning that you're going to have to tackle. And this weekend's a great opportunity just to think about all the things that you need. Things that you may not even think about. Do you have a comfortable chair? Do you have a comfortable space? Do you have a space that's isolated from your living space? And the reason I say this is, when we go to work every day, there's a sort of energy to work. Some people work in a very stressful environment. Some people have, let's say you're in sales. Let's say you crunch numbers. You have a lot of pressure. You don't want to have that energy, pressure in your living space if you can avoid it. So if you have enough room in your space to push out or to eliminate the work environment from your home environment, and that's going to be a big key. So having that space to go to in the morning when you get up and go into that space of work is one of the top suggestions I can make. You don't want to have the mixing of your home environment and that work environment. And once your work day is over, you want to leave that environment. Leave the space. Get into the happy space, a space where if you have a family, you interact with your family, and it's a different energy. All right. You have an opportunity. Now that you're working at home, you have ultimate freedom. take advantage of that opportunity. And don't feel bad about the opportunity to do certain things that you want to do that you may not do at work. And you want to give yourself the freedom to do stuff in not necessarily the same flow. Big example, you may get distracted by things in your home. So eliminating yourself from your living space can help with that. But you may get distracted by things that are going on at home, which you may not have at work. But if you do work with a bunch of people, you work in an office, how many times a day do you get distracted by people at your office? Similar scenario. So you have the opportunity at home. What's up, MILF man? What's up? You have the opportunity at home to sort of work in this little isolation bubble, put your head down, and really be efficient. What's up, Ben? What's up? Talking about working at home, if you're just joining. And if you're just joining, I want to thank you. Remember to like the video if you do like it. And remember to wash your hands. So you have this isolation pod to get stuff done, but you can get distracted at home. So the next area, more shave wars are coming up. In fact, I was just thinking about shave wars yesterday. I might start doing some budget wars too. So is the virus very bad here? All right, so very bad in terms of we're really starting to do a lot of testing, and there are a lot of positives, right? A lot of positive tests. We have large populations around cities like New York City. We're about 30 miles from New York City. So as far as numbers go, I mean, you hear different numbers every day, but the numbers are starting to spike. Lots of businesses are closed and will be closed by mandate this coming week. And so lots of people are migrating to working from home, the lucky ones that have jobs that allow them to work from home. And that's what I'm talking about today. Is I've actually had the luxury to work from home for almost 5 years now. Sometimes it's a luxury, sometimes it can be a curse. And I'm walking through, for those of you who need this information, some of my tips. And the reason I'm out in the car is one of the tips for working from home. So you're in your little isolated spot in your home. You can be efficient. You can put your head down and really get to it. But you have to remember that we are human beings and we do need some interaction. Jim G, what's up, brah? Yeah, I'm hoping this ends soon too. But you know, the thing about humans, and I believe this firmly, we can adapt, and we just have to keep our heads. We have to be smart. We have to have a plan. Planning is key. Part of your day should be focused around, is there anything I need? Is there anything I should be doing? Do I have, a plan? So planning is a big thing. Do I have some English exercises? So anyway, today's discussion, and if anyone has things to add, let's throw it out there. But I'm really talking about folks who are now forced to work from home, and it's an adjustment. What's up, Edgardo? What's up? Hola. So you're in this space, but you have to remember that we're humans and we need some interaction. So as opposed to how it is, let's say if you're working in a business, in a set of cubes or offices, and you're dealing with people sometimes that come in and talk to you and waste your time, but it's social. Now you have a choice of the circle of people that you want to interact with. And it's important when you're first moving to this isolation work scenario to have that circle of friends. And that's where the technology comes in. You can do FaceTime, you can do Skype, and all these other Google and all these other video, Zoom conferencing tools that are great. You know, it's good to talk to people, but seeing people face to face is probably something that I would suggest. And I would schedule that time. And sometimes impromptu, you just dial someone up and, you know, do a conference call or do a call. Human contact is going to be something that you don't want to shy away from in this instance. So you're in your space, you've picked a space in your home or your apartment that's dedicated to doing work. Now, here's one of the big speed bumps in working from home, guys. There's there's homework that we all do. Fix this, move that, shovel, sweep, clean. You got that? Mow the yard. There's work for home, and then there's work. When you're working from home now, and kids, when you're working from home, sometimes you can confuse homework and work. It's just natural. There's stuff you've been meaning to do for a long time, you haven't got around to it, and now you're at home, and you know it'll take you 15 minutes to hang that picture you've been meaning to hang or mow the grass, and you can find yourself doing or mixing. M. Jones, what's up, brah? You're liking it a lot more than you thought. I love working from home. And I'm going to get into the beauty of working from home. There are roadblocks, though. So what's up in Jackson? Yes, ISP will slow because we're being taxed, right? And I'm not saying we're paying for it. The system is being taxed. You got people that are streaming Netflix, right? You know, people are using digital. So ISP will probably be slowing down. I've noticed some quirkiness with my phone. All that is probably going to happen. But anyway, so work, and homework sometimes will get caught in the middle. You have to try to avoid that and schedule it. So having this plan and knowing that that's going to happen is something that you have to. Let's face it, guys. Working from home, we want to be productive in this time. This should be an opportunity to be more productive. This should be an opportunity of growth and learning and focusing on things. Because when we come out of this on the other side, there's going to be some financial, ruin. And we want our businesses, our economies, our health to come out on the other side and have a fighting chance to, get back to normal or whatever we think normal should be. So getting back to these two, you need to eliminate, or at least you need to understand that your mind will have you doing and conflating work, and homework, right? Not a bad thing. So what I've done for that is I give myself during the day sometimes to just, stop working and do other things. And I look at them as treats. I'll show you one. I'll work for 2 hours, let's say, and I'll schedule some sort of a snack. It could be a walk. It could be that little thing you wanted to do around your home. Variation. You're sitting in this isolated pod Thanks, brah. Thanks, Ben. You're sitting in this isolated pod. You got your head down. We're human beings. We need to see the light at the end of the tunnel. The problem that I've found with some people, and it happens a lot when you're first converting to working from home, is the freedom against the monotony of working from home. You know how we are. I have a report that's due today. I'll do it later tonight. Let me focus on some stuff I needed to do at home. Let me focus on, I need to go shop and get this. You have freedom. And you can. Now, some people can. I'm going to work 4 hours today. During the day, I'll work 4 hours tonight. And some people can do that. Distractions. You're right. Edgardo, you're right. Edgardo. Distractions. So you have to understand you're going to be distracted, but you have to understand that really you need a plan. Here's what you can do starting Monday or whenever you start to do work from home. Have a priority for the day. 3, 4 major priorities, and you put them on a list. Today, I'm going to send X report. Today, I'm going to do an expense report. And today, I'm going to do planning for February or March or April. Tasks that you can get done, that you need to get done in the day, and attack those tasks the earlier the better. And then everything else is gravy, right? Schedule time to take that walk, because now that you're in this isolated pod of solitude, you need, as humans, we need variation. We need to be able to see different things, change up our, environment, get outside, get some fresh air, have a treat, and schedule it. Give yourself goals. Like, I'm going to eat this little clementine right now because I told myself I could. The other thing that's super important about working from home, guys, I find this to be tremendously important. Get up, schedule fun time too. That's right. This is the most important thing, I think. And this is why I think when you think back to years ago, when I started working, when I just got out of college and I started working, I wore a suit every day. I wore a suit. I wore a suit, or a tie at least, and dress slacks. And it was sort of the norm. It was the norm. I remember going out and picking out suits and ties and all that jazz. Always schedule fun time too much. Yeah, you can schedule. Look, there's no doubt you need to have some fun. Too much fun. There's never too much fun, bruh. But you gotta, in moderation, you gotta get some work done too. Because your employer, your family, the world is counting on us. And you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to get some work done. So this is important, guys. Most important thing. Get up in the morning. Take a shower like you would. Get dressed. Don't be slouching around in sweats. Because your frame of mind has something to do with how you perceive yourself. You look in the mirror and you're all misshaven and sloppy. Thank you, brah. I'm old. I can't see your name. The next time you comment, I will see it. Yes, Agardo. There's no meetings. There's no meeting. You may still have meetings, but during the meetings, you could be typing or doing other stuff. Because how many meetings have you been in on where you may have one or two things to say and you've been there? I used to be in a meeting, an all-day meeting. It was a monthly all-day meeting. Mohammed, what's up, brah? I used to be in an all-day meeting, and at the end of the meeting, I would present 2 slides. I'd be in the meeting all day. You would hear stuff that was pertinent to what you did, but I would be literally in the meeting all day. When you're now working digitally, you can be in that meeting, but you can be doing other things, which is a benefit. And if you find that you're not needed in that meeting, it's easier to say in a group text, guys, got to go, I'll be back. You become more efficient working at home in some instances, much more efficient. And you can filter out stuff that you don't need. One thing when you work in the group experience is that I find certain people in the group experience or situation get taxed with lots of other people's jobs. You know, you're the person that people come to because they need advice on this. Can you look at this? Give me an idea about this. And you find that halfway through the day, you really haven't focused on your stuff because you're focusing on everybody else's stuff. When you're working from home, some of that goes away. I'm not saying it all goes away. Very, very important, guys, to get dressed and be ready to work. Again, give yourself a treat day, a treat time. You don't have to get up right away and take a shower and be ready, but at some point, early on in the day, get your mind set. Edgardo, he knows. You know, bruh. Get your mind set. This clementine is pretty good. Another thing that I find is very, very beneficial for working at home is variation in your day. Now, at the top of this video, I talked about having a space. What's up, bro? At the beginning of this video, I talked about having a space that's dedicated to work. It's super important, especially when you're first starting out. You want to have that work energy. You want to leave it at work, if you can. I mean, some people live in a small space. Pick a corner of the space. But here's what, after you've got acclimated, you know, after you've done this for a while, what I find is sometimes I'll move into another space. Half the day I'll be in one space, half the day I'll move into another space. Sometimes, depending on the type of work I do, I may throw on the TV in the background. If I'm doing stuff where I don't really have to focus, but it's like a repetitive thing, give yourself variation, because that's going to be helpful to you. Because you don't want to, when you start feeling monotonous, Vlad? I didn't see that, bro. You're gonna have to do it again. And Edgardo, I missed your whole comment. You typed a lot, bro. But anyway, variation is gonna help you guys, because when you start getting things are monotonous to you, we as human beings, we check out and we want to do all the fun stuff, right? The fun stuff or the homework stuff, which you need to do. Another thing and I'm all over the place. But hey, another thing is you have to, if you're working from home, there are people in your life that are time bandits. They steal time, right? You've got to eliminate that, because in a work situation, you can always say, my boss is coming, I can't be talking to you, right? You can't do that when you're working at home. The wife, yeah. The wife is a good thing though, bro. I ain't gonna give you any, I'm not complaining about the wife. It is a distraction, but it's a pleasant distraction. But there you go. All right. Kids. It depends. There's a whole scenario about adjusting to kids. Kids are the most resilient people on the planet. If you get a kid trained up that daddy's working now, and they have what they need, for the most part, kids are like, I'm good. But you need to schedule your day with your kids. Now you're working from home. Daddy's working from this point to this point, and you give a kid an expectation, but then we're going to have scooter time or basketball time, or I'll take you and get something, blah, blah, blah. Kids are fine. You just need to set an expectation with kids, and you got to perform, bruh. You've got to deliver. What's up, Jay Sizzle? Sizzle. Say that again, Jay Sizzle, because marketing. What did you say about marketing? I didn't see the last part of what you asked. Anyway, those time bandits, right? You've got to eliminate those people from your digital space or your isolation space, and it's harder. Give them a box of Fruit Loops and Netflix. Give them a box of Fruit Loops. You know, we are becoming more and more, Jay Sizzle, is marketing easy and how to get into it? Is marketing easy? Well, Jay Sizzle, nothing is easy. Well, wowzers. How many ounces of water do I drink? And that is another thing, bruh. Water is another thing. I was getting to it. Marketing is, we all market. So I know you're asking, like, how do you get into marketing? We all are marketeers, right? Anytime you're trying to convince anyone in your life to do anything, you're using some form of marketing. There are different disciplines of marketing. There are people that will think up a product and have the technical skill and knowledge to know how to make the product and take that product through a life cycle from concept to implementation, right? There are people like me who focus on more of the communication piece of marketing. And if you're on this channel watching this, you have a great start because you're on social media. You're probably very digitally oriented, and you need probably only a focus to what you want to market. So what I would say, Jay Sizzle, is what are you interested in? If you want to get into marketing, let's say it's basketball. I love basketball, and I want to market basketball. Well, I love it. So how do I market basketball? Well, you have all these tools today. Social media is the biggest, I would say, growth engine for marketing. So it's loving the passion of something. I think anything you're passionate about, you can market very easily because you like what you're, trying to promote to people. So that's what I would do. I don't know if you are young, coming into the workforce, Jay Sizzle, if you've been in the workforce and changing, but if you're coming up, if it's not, yes, in Jackson, if it's nice outside, take advantage of outside. Jay Sizzle, you're 27. What are you doing now? And do you have an interest in getting into marketing? I guess you do. You asked, right? Outside can be a wonderful FedEx. Well, FedEx is that's nice, bruh. How much, how much and when do you, I didn't see that. All right, so you're interested in marketing, figure out where you want to be. What do you like? I think this is with any career. I wish I could go back and talk to me as a guy coming out of school. The biggest thing in life is you gotta pick something, right? Like you have to do something because you gotta eat. Wouldn't it be great if you picked something that you loved or that you had a passion for? So Jay Sizzle, the first thing I would do is, what are the things I'm passionate about? What is it that I market? I market, well, it's varied. Right now I'm marketing with YouTube consumer products, right? So I'll review a product for people like you who watch, and it can vary, but it's based on stuff I'm interested in. It's based on stuff I'm interested in. I don't do videos about stuff I don't like, right? Because if you're interested in something and you're passionate about it, I've always believed that if you're passionate about something, and this goes for anything, relationships, how much do you earn when working from home? How much can I earn? The sky's the limit, and the basement, there's an unlimited basement too. How much can you earn? So you can earn as much as you can do, and as good as your skill will take you. Like if you're a skilled person, somebody just sponsored the show. I don't know who it was, but Danny K. Thanks for sponsoring the show, brah. And welcome to the stream. The sky's the limit when it comes to earning potential, and obviously there's a no floor to how much you can't earn. I mean, if you're not good at stuff, if you're not bringing it every day, if you're not focused, not marketing the right thing, you can struggle. But I feel like if you're focused on, and this is for Jay Sizzle's question, if you find 3 or 4 or 5 things that you really like and you want to get into marketing, you should try to get involved with who is or what organization can help me further my passion. Let's say it's the NBA. Find out and talk to people around the NBA. And I'm not saying you're going to get a job right away, but find out who can help you and ask for help. Call NBA related businesses, your local team, the NBA itself. Reach out to folks on social media. If you go onto Instagram, right, you can send an Instagram message to anyone on Instagram. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to get through, but you can do it. Reach out to folks and find out as much as you can about that industry or that profession. And you know what? People that are successful, when they genuinely are approached by someone who just wants to learn, what's up, pimps? What's up, Brad? People that are genuinely looking to learn, in many instances, when you reach out to someone that's ahead of you, you get some favorable either advice, sometimes the 7 habits of highly effective people. Sounds good to me. What? Jay Sizzle sponsoring the show. Thanks, bruh. So, Jay Sizzle, you got a good base now. FedEx is a good company. Greetings back to you from Greece. You got a good company. Is there something in FedEx that could help you? There's a marketing team. There's an excellent marketing team in FedEx. Find a mentor. Edgardo is right. But FedEx, you should talk to HR and say, hey, I want to get into marketing. Would you pay a certain portion, if not all, of my degree in marketing? Is there a program at FedEx to help young people who are interested in marketing? You may have the answer right where you are. Many times these companies, they look at how long you've been with them and they say, let's help this brah. I'm a mechanic. Yeah, people are coming in sick. They need their cars fixed, yes. Yeah, Jay Sizzle, go. FedEx is a great company, man. It's a good company, and you could do some marketing for them, potentially, and they may pay you to go to school. You know, it does suck right now because there are services that people need, like my mechanic friend, and you are worried about your health. But, you know, also, it's good to have the pay coming in. So my advice is, you know, do what they say. Wash your hands. I know it's hard because you're working on cars. You're probably washing your hands a lot anyway. But people are coming in and they are sick. But not everybody that's sick right now has the virus. Yes, employee benefits. Edgardo, man, you should be given this video, bruh. So, water. Someone had talked about water. How much water do I drink in a day? Water is a great thing because we all need water. So what I've been doing is every hour I try to drink one of these. And I can't say I've done a great job. Yep. Water, and that brings up another point. Your health in general. Your diet, right? It takes a village. You're right, bruh. Your diet. So when you work at home, again, you have this space of home and your space. At home, for some of us, we have lots of stuff to eat, right? Lots of goodies, snacks, and well, that's good, pimps. But you know, at home, you could eat it whatever you want, and you can go out on those homework assignments and go shopping and buy more stuff to eat. Poland Spring. So you can be working from home and notice that you're developing a tire around your midsection. That's not a good thing. So everything in moderation. Again, you want to keep the home and the work, or the work and the home situation, separated as much as possible. Do not drink more than 3 liters of water a day. Okay. What's the issue with drinking more than 3 liters? Yeah, we want to know, bruh. I certainly don't believe I drink more than 3 liters a day. I'm bad at water. I've been told that I need to drink 8 glasses of water a day. 8 ounce glasses of water a day. Mach 3 Turbo is the Mach 3 is probably the best razor Gillette's ever made. Hands down. When they released the Mach 3, and I have a buddy, B-Man, I don't know if he's on, because B-Man is not my friend that much anymore, but he sent me a bunch of razors that he bought somewhere at Costco or something. The sensor. You're putting your body into what? Anyway, when I first started shaving, I started with the Gillette sensor, and it was great. And I remember a product that Gillette released that made me like, wow. And for whatever reason, I kept thinking it was the sensor, but it was the Mach 3. So the sensor is great. Don't get me wrong, 2 blades. I think the Mach 3 was that wow, because it had that angle, sort of like a different angle that I'd ever seen. The 3 blades, it could be 2 blades, but they perfected the razor, the cartridge razor. Do I have Corona? No, I do not. They perfected the Mach 3 and should have stopped there. It is simple, pimps. Harry's is a simple razor. This is how I look at Harry's razors. When I first started doing, and I don't know how many people know that are on now how I got into doing the shaving videos. But when I started YouTube, I traveled a lot, and I always had this love of cars, just loved them. And I was in marketing, and I remember my boss telling me that YouTube was becoming more important to business folks. And I have a great boss, creative guy, and he said, learn as much as you can about YouTube. Well, thank you, Sizzle. Well, I certainly don't drink more, I don't believe, than 3 liters a day, bruh. How did I start Shave Wars? All right, so I'm going to tell you how I started the shaving segments. So I was doing these car reviews, and I loved it. I did them for years. I've done probably over 300 car reviews. And every once and again, I'll throw out another car review. And I stopped traveling as much, so I wasn't renting as many cars. I wasn't around as many cars. And, you know, to be honest, a car review takes a significant amount of time. And I just don't have the time as much as I used to. And so I was thinking of things to do, like what's going to be next. But I also, at one point, got to that point where I was doing the same thing over and over, and I was like looking for some variation, sort of like working from home, right? Yes, you did, Edgardo, you did. You did subscribe because of my car reviews. And I thank you for that. So you're working at home, you're isolated, and you need variation. It's the same thing with anything you do. So here we go. I said to myself, you know, you've been doing this thing for a while. Like, what am I currently driving? I drive, and I've been driving it for about 3.5 years, almost 4 years. I'm in a Renegade, a Jeep Renegade Trail Max, Trail Hawk. Yeah, Pedro. I had Pedro, that's right. and we're still friends. I haven't seen him in a while, but the next time I get to South Florida, me and my boy Pedro will be kicking it, and we'll be doing a review for you guys. So anyway, getting back to the story, I challenged myself to do a video a day for a year. I said, it would be kind of cool to chronicle my life in YouTube, on YouTube for a year. And it turned out to be a pretty interesting year. Lots of things happened. My mom passed away during the year, right at the end of the year. She was diagnosed with cancer, and then she passed during the year. So it was a pretty interesting year. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. I didn't get that, bruh. Yeah, no, I thank you. So in the middle of the year, at some point, when you're doing a video a day, and you want to put something out that's got quality. But thanks, bruh. It can get a little stressful. Like some days you wake up and you're like, another video today, and what am I gonna do? So what happened was, I was at Walgreens. I think it was a Rite Aid. It was Rite Aid. And I am a sucker for marketing. I love marketing. I mean, I love packaging. And I had been in the Walgreens, or the Rite Aid. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, bruh. Yeah. So I had been in Rite Aid, and I saw this package. It was like this lime green package. And every time I went in there, I would say, what is that? But I just, whatever. One day I'm like, I'm buying this, and I'm going to do a review of this for today's video. But just because every time I was in there, it was like, buy me. So it was one blade, and I absolutely loved that product. I loved everything about it. Philips Norelco's one blade. I posted that video, and within a few days had like a lot of response. People were like, I love this, and watching it and sharing it. So I said, let me do more shaving videos. And that's how I got into the video. Hello Australia. Thanks, brah. Yep. One blade. That video has been a very successful video. And then I got into shaving. So we get back to Harry's. Now, when you do shaving videos, you want to try to, variation, right? So you have to get into all the cartridge manufacturers, the lower end, but then you want to get into the double-edged, the safety razor. And when you get into shaving with a double-edged safety razor, there's something very nice about that, guys. There's a retro feel to it. It's very tangible. You get into the lathers and the brushes and the soaps it's really, to steal the name of a company, it's the art of shaving. But what's very important about the DE, Pedro, what's up, bro? We were just talking about you. So you get into the art of shaving, and technique with a double-edged razor is good. I mean, is essential. Good technique means good shaves. Bad technique means you get cut and it's just not enjoyable. With your typical Gillette or your Fusion or your Hydro, you don't have time. You're right. That's why, for me, I like, and I think a lot of men like, a lot of us like multiple different razors. There's sort of a fascination with the whole segment. I have 50, 60, 70 razors, and I'll still buy more. And even if I wasn't doing reviews, I'd still probably buy more for some variation. But when you learn proper technique, Fusion Pro Glide. And if I'm not responding to you guys, it's because I'm an old man, I can't see. It's a ritual, you're right. Pedro just joined Edgardo. Or Eduardo. I gotta read it closer. I can't see, y'all, because I'm old. I've tried electric razors like Braun. Yes, I had a Braun for many years. I forget the series. In fact, I did a shaving video about the old Braun I had. Eduardo. Oh, I almost did it. It's important not to be touching your face if you've been out. And I almost, see that? When you're out, you don't want to touch your face. Get home, you want to wash your hands, wash them vigorously for over 20 seconds. You want to attend to under your nails, and you don't want to be touching your face when you're out and about. And you want to keep people away from you. A little 6 feet. The wet shave. For those of you who it seems like I'm not attending to your comments, I'm old, I can't see all the comments. And if you type a lot, I can't see it. It comes up and then it flows by. What I will try to do is rewatch this and try to get back to you guys, because I appreciate all of your comments. And I appreciate you being here. So anyway, I'm about to wrap this up in about 10 minutes, guys. But I forget, because I am old, I forget where I was. But let's get back to working from home. And I guess the basic summary is have a plan, have a workspace and a home space. If you can do that, it'll be the best. You don't want to be bringing negative or stressful or work energy into your home space. Plan the day. Give yourself 3-4 major priorities. Yeah, I get it, man. It's like we're in Cuba. Give yourself 3, 4, 5 major priorities. Get those priorities attended to as early as you can. Give yourself breaks, treats during the day, like this beautiful clementine. If I get 2 hours of productive work done, I'm going to have this clementine. I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to watch 15 minutes of YouTube videos, and only 15 minutes. Get up with purpose. Get yourself dressed, shave, put a nice pair of clothes on, and act like you're working. And at the end of the day, we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our employers. Sometimes that's us. And we owe it to our family and the country and the world to be productive. So with this working from home scenario, you want to be productive. Learn a new skill. Test the boundaries of what you may know right now. If you've wanted to make videos on YouTube, start making some videos. If you've wanted to learn how to, I don't know, woodwork, do some woodworking. We're going to have a little bit of time now where life's going to be a little different. But let's make the most of it. Let's come out on the other side better than the way we were before. And it's not time to panic. I love the suggestions I get from you guys, and I love this community. I love the fact that every day when I post a video, some people tell me some stuff. All right, so going against the grain of your skin, technique is a big thing, guys. And I'd never finish the Harry's thing. Here's the deal. When you wet shave with a double-edged razor, safety razor, technique is tremendously important, right? You learn about angle, you learn about pressure. And I'm always saying in my videos, guys, and I always say in my videos, guys, you're not digging, you're shaving. Here's the deal. If you have sensitive skin, you will never have baby skin like you had when you were a kid. You're always going to see some hair. I think a lot of people are like, they don't want to see any of the hair. Because why shave then? You just might as well grow a beard. If I'm going to see a little bit of hair behind my skin, don't do that. Let the weight of the device dictate the pressure on your skin. You don't want to be pushing at the skin because you're going to irritate yourself. You're literally scraping off part of the layer of your skin. Also, multiple passes and multiple blades. So multiple blades means more passes, right? More blades cutting your skin. You want to eliminate the amount of passes if you have very sensitive skin. Now, an against the grain cut in itself is not a bad thing if you use the proper techniques. Limit your passes, very light pressure, if any. If you have a hefty razor handle, you're just really gliding that razor against the skin, and you're not really going against the grain to dig that hair out. You're just doing a pass. So the 3-pass system with the grain, against the grain, or across the grain and against the grain in combination ensures, if you use the right techniques, that you're not over irritating that skin. But you don't have to do an against the grain pass, guys. You don't have to do it. Just make sure you're using good technique. You're getting in and out. If you're very sensitive, you want to get it in and out as quickly as possible with as little pressure and as little strokes as possible to get the job done. And you're never going to get it all clean. And I touch my face. So in summary again, guys, share your comments, share with the people, develop a network of folks. We're all kind of in this together. Be productive as you're working at home, because there are lots of folks that can't work from home, that would love to be working from home. You've got that opportunity to work from home, and so be productive, because you owe it, again, to your employers, you owe it to your community, your kids, your family, and you owe it to yourself. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being on this live stream. I want to thank the show sponsors. There were 3 of them, I think. I missed the first guy, so I'm just thanking you all. And Jay Sizzle, Danny K, and I don't know who the first one was, but I will look back and I will let you know. I will send you a hearty thanks on an upcoming video. If you are still on and you were the first person to sponsor, let me know now before I go, and I will certainly thank you. And I got 2 more minutes. I said I'd be here for an hour. I got 2 more minutes, or a minute and a half left. So open floor. If anybody has any questions or wants to say something, I'll try my best to answer you guys right now. Safety razor, yes. Anthony D, what's up, bruh? Mr. Took, you learned how to properly shave from me. Thanks, bruh. Now I'll be honest with you, I learn stuff every day. People tell me you did that wrong. I had a viewer tell me, no, bruh, when you're done shaving, put cold water on. It helps close the pores and get you ready for your aftershave. We're all learning. Even though we're all experts, if you've been shaving for 10 years, you're an expert, right? Sucker for the Media Mart. Thanks, Joe. That was you, Jay Sizzle? I want to thank you for sponsoring the show, bruh. Mark Jones, did you sponsor the show? Well, thanks, bruh. And Shave Wars, someone asked about Shave Wars. I'm going to be doing some Shave Wars coming up. I'm going to be doing some budget wars. I don't know if I'm going to have a Sunday shave tomorrow, to be honest with you, just based on current events. What's up, Spot? Every man Jack. You know, here's the deal with a lot of these pop-ups. Did I serve? Everybody's popping up with these razors, and I don't know enough about the razor industry. I should learn more. A lot of these razors, these handles, are just, here's marketing. You take a technology, a blade set, and you devise your own handle, and you call it the Everyman Jack handle with X, Y, and Z's blades. In my love for marketing, I've been doing a lot of reviews of kind of the same razor. And I'm trying to learn the distinction between the blades and the manufacturers, so at least I can intelligently say to you guys, here's an Everyman Jack, and the razors are the same razors that you're going to get from Schick, right? Because Schick is making a lot of these razors and just, you know, OEMing the part, you know, like just making it for a company. They slap their marketing pizzazz on it. So I really want to be more intelligent about what I'm saying before I start doing it. I've seen the Everyman Jack. The handle itself is a long handle, and a long handle is actually, I like a long handle because you can feather it out on certain instances. And if you don't want to use the length of the handle, you can go back. With a short handle, that's all you have. There's no way to feather. There's no way to, you know, there's an old saying in the NBA, you can't teach height. The bulldog. Yeah. You can't teach height. Everyman Jack post shave. No, I haven't tried that. But Everyman Jack makes a razor. And I was like, hey, I'm going to get. And then I was like, no, let me wait. Let me wait today. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a Sunday shave. I'm going to try. Danny K, it seems like, which way? My neck. I get irritation. So Danny K, what I would say is if I'm going to get irritated, it's on my neck. I would say that just be kind to your neck. You don't have to get all the hair off. I mean, one pass, the best pass with the grain pass on the neck, and then concentrate on the top of your face, you know, the rest of your face, and you'll be good. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm going to run. I may or may not have a Sunday shave tomorrow based on just stuff going on right now. But I want to thank each and every one of you, as always, for joining. I'll see you next time. Hopefully it will be tomorrow. But in the meantime, you know what to do. And by the way, Mark Jones just said it. Rest in peace to my man, Kenny Rogers. Now I definitely have to grow the goatee back. Be safe, everybody. Wash your hands, and I'll see you soon. Take care, and you know what to do. Keep pushing play. Thanks for the sponsors, guys.